Hello and welcome. This is ATN News Editorial, and I'm your host, Richard Morenio. In this program, we talk issues that shake daily life. And today, our issue is the prevention of needless disability. And my guest at this time to speak on the issue is Mr. Peter DAAE, Honorary Consul General of Bangladesh to Norway. Welcome to the show, Mr. DAAE.
Thank you very much. So happy to be here.
We can start right away with your visit to Bangladesh at this time on an international conference for Impact, your NGO of Norway.
Actually, the impact is a connotation for action against needless disability, and there are 18 autonomous foundations around the world, one here in Bangladesh and one in Norway. And we are meeting now for our biannual conference in Sabar to have a 3.5 days of conference. And they will be focusing on what impact the program, what we are doing in various countries. We are maybe not so renowned. We are in each country might be small, but together we are rather strong, and globally we are doing great things. So I think we have so far touched the lives of more than 40 million people.
So, sir, what would be your future operations in Bangladesh regarding your ship, Jibontori?
Well, I think the Jibontori itself should just continue to do as good as they are doing today. You know, Jibontori is a 10 by 40 meter floating hospital. Well, what's so good about that? Well, it's bringing the surgery, surgery theater out to the rural areas, to hard to access areas. So we will do large scale, large number of surgeries for the poor people there. And so if you look at what they are doing, they should continue. And for the future, maybe we should try to expand on that program and to make it reach out to more people.
So, sir, your focus is to stop needless disability. So how far do you feel are you progressing in the right direction?
It's a rather challenging question to answer, because our founder, Sir John Wilson, when he founded Impact out of a United Nations initiative back in 1983, his statement at that time was that 1/3 of the disabled people globally today, that means 1 billion people, 1/3 of that is needless, and that we have been focusing on then trying to eradicate polio. We are assisting on that. We are doing nutrition, malnutrition, and hidden hunger. But the most exciting things are the surgeries, and we do sight, cataracts, we do middle ear surgery, we do clubfoot, cleft palate, polio. And I think you should try to envision what the Jibontori is doing. It stays probably for 4 months at a time on the site, and every day there will be hundreds of people visiting within the field of sight, hearing, or mobility. And people will be selected for surgery, and we'll do them by the big numbers. And you know, Jibontori in Bangladesh is because you have all the rivers. It's marvelous. It's a highway. And if you go to India, then you have a train, Lifeline Express, which is the first actually hospital on train in the world, way back 30 years ago. And you can see the train on the side track. They will do 10 days of surgery for cataracts, 10 days for polio, and 10 days for middle ear, and move on again. And it will reach out, travel all through the countryside, and reach so many people.
Sir, Consul General, do you feel there is any proper way to select your target group? Who are the people who are going to get the first opportunity? for surgery, for example?
This has been always amazing because, particularly here in Bangladesh with its huge population, the word of mouth ahead of the arrival of Jibontori. Of course, there will be local people with the loudspeakers, with the pamphlets and leaflets. So there is no really problem with any people not showing up. There will be lines, huge lines of people, and so selecting is a matter of finding out who we can actually help. We do not do cancer on the eye. We do cataracts. We do not do very complicated ear surgery. We do middle ear things to restore hearing. And we would rather do on orthopedics, we would rather do clubfoot because it's fairly easy to do. It's time consuming, but it's fairly easy to do. So we concentrate on large volume, low cost, and we have to sort out the candidates according to that.
And so what do you get, what is the response, the general response from the people who are treated? Do they come back with a kind of gratitude or something like that?
Oh, I think it's a huge community wherever we have been, both in Bangladesh and in the other countries. They feel like they are getting their life back. In many of these countries, these people were, due to their disability, they are just left out in the dark. And so by moving them from actually being left out and actually an expense to society, they will be brought back and can contribute as any normal. They will get education, they can get jobs, and it's just like you and me then.
So Jibontori, before it arrives at a specific venue, is there any advance notice to the people in the area?
There is, and if you go to Bangladesh, then we have a field force, and we have people that we will cooperate with what you will call the most important, probably local NGOs in that area, and have them assist so we can recruit and make awareness of the arrival.
So this is done very smoothly? You feel
I think
it's
so.
done very smoothly?
I think so, and I think on my first visits I was amazed because you would use things here that we wouldn't think of in Norway. I mean, bicycles in the streets of the villages with the loudspeakers and people handing out leaflets. It was very exciting to experience that.
Sir, we have to go for a very short commercial now. We'll be right back with you.
Thank
Stay
you.
with us. Viewers, we need to go for the commercial now. We'll be right back. Welcome back, viewers, and welcome back to Editorial. And back to my guest, Peter DAAE, Honorary Consul General of Bangladesh to Norway. Welcome back to the show, sir.
Thank you
Now
very
we
much.
go to your job as the Consul General. Please tell us, how busy does it keep you regarding matters related to Bangladesh?
It's kind of interesting because in my case it keeps me very interesting, and you will find other consuls not so very busy. You make your own job. There are certain basics you have to perform. Being a consul, there would be visa, consular matters, but I'm fortunate because these things are being handled by the embassy in Stockholm. So my focus is on trade and culture bilaterally. And of course, if you visit Norway and get in trouble, I will be the one sorting it out for you. But basically, we have very, very few problems with the Bangladeshi community in Norway. So I rather concentrate on bilateral trade and culture.
So what do you say about the Bangladeshi diaspora in Norway?
I don't know. I think that the Bangladesh community as such is, although it is a small community, it's only 750 people. So it's small. In Sweden there would be 10,000. But they have integrated very well. They are well settled, and you will find them in some very interesting positions, both with the authorities and also as private entrepreneurs. They're doing well.
So you have a Nordic chamber in Bangladesh.
That's true.
To tell us some functions about this chamber.
The functions, if you go back many years, there wasn't such a association, and of course it was lacking something. Today they have been picking up very well, trying to coordinate the Nordic market entry. There are some rather significant players now in Bangladesh. Maybe not so many big ones from Norway, but from Denmark and Sweden and Finland, yes. And of course, having a Nordic association that will sort of make for programs which will make a difference. It's powerful, and with players like Telenor, Jotun, and some of the garment companies from Norway, they are big in Norway, and I think they are doing. It's very good that they are here in Bangladesh.
So Telenor of Norway, which is Grameenphone
That's
in
true.
Bangladesh, they have a shared interest. So what do you feel is the development of this enterprise?
That enterprise has been, in my view, an amazing success. I was actually somewhat involved, not involved, but aware of the things back in the 1990s when the whole thing started. And at that time, it was rather a small effort. It was not really ensured any success. But things developed fast by some very, not a big number, but some very skilled people. And it has taken on a tremendous success, and I think Telenor today being a big player internationally, one of the star cases, certainly maybe the star case, is Bangladesh.
Consul General, sir, what do you feel about the future investments of Norway in Bangladesh?
I think the future investments should be directed here. I'm trying to do as much as I can because this is a country where there certainly would be good business opportunities. Somehow it is a threshold that should be passed. It is difficult for Norwegians to envision that doing business in a country like Bangladesh, which has a profile of corruption, poverty, and national disasters. They think I'd rather stay away, but I'm trying to say that this is not the right picture. If you look at what the beautiful Bangladesh can do, it is so much more. And I think the corporations that have succeeded here, they can turn around and say it is a good investment in climate, and some more people should try it out.
Now, sir, changing the focus. You know, Norway is also involved in our ships recycling work.
Yes.
So, and this has been a great help. So, in what aspects do you think these can improve further?
Norway, I think, has been instrumental in many initiatives to try to improve the situation. There has to be some sort of a shift from the traditional way of doing it, both here and in Pakistan and in India. It should be a shift towards, you would call it, green recycling. And green recycling means not only good to the environment, but also good to the workers. And there has been initiatives both from the Norwegian government and also from the Norwegian shipping industry to try to mobilize the right resources. And the International Maritime Organization, IMO, they are the one coordinating this. And I think last summer there has been some significant achievements as to how to proceed further. There should be pilot projects that could show how you can do actually green beaching, where you can do it safely for the workers, and where you can also do the disposal of the dangerous liquids in a safe way. And I think this will, the next 2 or 3 years, I think you will, or you could see some very good progress there.
Sir, you are involved in a lot of our very sensitive areas like climate change, gender equality. So how do you feel? Do you feel the atmosphere for work in this field? Do you feel the atmosphere is conducive?
It has improved. I'm not at all completely happy with it, because things take time. So we have to be patient. But I mean, there are so many signs that things are moving in a good direction. And I was very pleased last February, earlier this year, we had an event in Oslo where the Lancet, the medical journal, they launched papers on the success story of Bangladesh, particularly in the health sector.
Yes.
And it came out very strong that you don't have to be a rich country to do well if you have the right attitude of the people. And there were so many good signs, and I think one particular focus was the success of women involvement.
Yes, sir. I had the opportunity to go into some pages of the Lancet, and it was really a remarkable document. But, sir, in your optimism about, since we have very little time, your optimism for the future, in your role in it, for the future of relations with Norway.
I'm a minor player. I'm a small player, but I think there is being part of a consular network which is global and international. Then I'm trying to mobilize people across borders to focus on countries like Bangladesh, and I would, if I think that there would be a Swedish or Danish interest that should go to Bangladesh, I would encourage that too. And I think there should be many more people should focus on Bangladesh.
Sir, we have come to the end of this very interesting discourse, and the next time you are in Bangladesh, please come to us again and we'll go to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being on the show.
And thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you.
Viewers, we've come to the end of this edition of Editorial, but we hope to see you next week. Please stay with us and always watch Editorial. I'm Richard Morenio, signing off.